The Venus. According to the distance from the Sun, Venus is the second place in the Earth group. Venus is located at a distance of 1 million kilometers from the Sun. In the solar system, it is second only to brightness. The first place is taken by the Sun, the second is taken place by Venus. Venus takes the second place after Mercury in its orbit around the Sun. It rotates in its orbit at a speed of 35 kilometers. Modern astronomers call Venus the sister of the Earth due to many features. The radius of Venus is 651.8 km, and its mass is 4.87 × 10^24. Its hardness is 5.24 Sorg-cm. Gravity is 8.87 Mennius. Venus completes one cycle around the Sun in 225 Earth days. The angle of rotation around the Sun is 34 degrees. The volume is 0.857 places. Its area is 0.902 places. The upper surface is not smooth. The highest point is plus $11,000 meter. It has an atmosphere, mostly 96.5% carbon dioxide. The shell is thin. The average thickness of the shell is 16 km. It has huge mantle. The thickness of the mantle is 33.00 km. The mantle is mostly silicate. The temperature is low, 1900 C. Average plus 1520 C. High 480 OC. Although Venus is second to the Sun, it is the third hottest planet in the Sun system. According to the calculations of the scientists in some part of the south and north poles of Venus, it is possible to establish the conditions for the existence of a living organism in an area 50 km wide. The pressure is 9.3 WA. The pressure of Venus is 93% higher than that of Earth. Analyses taken from Venus with the help of modern equipment have shown that the materials there are not found in other planets in the solar system. Unlike other planets, Venus rotates clockwise around the Sun. I want to note that all the planets in the solar system, except for Venus, rotate counterclockwise. Astronomers say that Venus is 500 million years old. It is not enough for a person to believe in this idea. How can this be? According to scientists, Venus was born in the solar system 500 million years ago, or was brought from somewhere. According to this, it is impossible for Venus to enter the solar system by chance, because there was an explosion in the universe, and during this explosion, the objects of the universe took their place thanks to the force of gravity. In order for the objects of the universe to change their places, there must be an explosion. There was no confirmation of the explosion seen in the universe. It is more likely that Venus was brought to the Sun system than it happened on its own. Recently, NASA announced that some comet in our galaxy is made of gold. Modern scientists intend to bring that golden comet to the Earth. So there is an idea and a theory of artificially changing the place of objects in the galaxies, that is, in the whole universe, and it is possible. Therefore, people of a strong civilization who know the secrets of the universe and move freely in the universe can see these things. The fact that the composition of the material of Venus is different from the composition of the material of the planets in the solar system, and the different rotation around the Sun, indicates that these planets came from somewhere. Therefore, the creative force that brought Venus to the solar system, or even a powerful civilization, intended to create living life in the solar system. The Earth. The Earth is the third planet in the solar system. The Earth stands on the third place in the fifth Earth group in the solar system, according to its volume, mass, and diameter. There are many myths and opinions about the Earth, its creation, development, and the existence of living beings. The Earth is the only planet in the solar system with a living organism. This opinion is spoken by people living on the Earth. The question of whether a living organism lives or not in our galaxy and in other galaxies of the universe remains open. In modern times, scientists engaged in the science of astronomy say that the Earth was formed 4.5 billion years ago. I explained above that there was an explosion in the universe 13 billion years ago, and the Earth was created during that explosion. I have no idea what part of our galaxy the Earth was in after the explosion, in the solar system or on its edge. In other words, the planets in the solar system, in our galaxy, and even in the universe, except for the stars that give light and energy, consist of two parts, the outer part and the inner part. The outer, i.e. the shell of the planets, is cold and the inner is hot liquid. The crustal contribution of the planets has not been studied in modern times. The fact that the planets have such a shell and an inner part indicates that the bodies are made of a batch of heat. After this explosion, the bodies stored energy according to their size. In the whole universe, objects have determined their place according to mutual energy. Astronomical scientists say that the Earth's history is about 4.5 billion years ago. This date is taken from the date of creation of the first living organisms on the Earth. According to me, first water appeared on the Earth, then living organisms, and finally the Moon. 8.7 million species of living organisms live on the Earth. The Earth is 150 million kilometers away from the Sun. The Earth has a strong magnetic field. This magnetic field protects the Earth from wind and regulates life on the Earth. The Earth rotates around it at 30 km/h speed. The globe is like a balloon with a cooled shell. The shell of this balloon varies from 30 km to 60 km. The density of the Earth is 5.5 mv3 GT-cm3. Gravity is 9.78 msec. Its radius is 6371 km. There is a Sputnik. The highest point is 8848 m. The lowest point is 1994 m. The lowest temperature is 88 CO. The average is plus 1520 CO. And the highest temperature is plus 5560 CO. The Mars belongs to the Earth group, is the fourth planet in the solar system. The distance between Mars and Earth is approximately 60 million km. The volume and density of Mars is 1 to 10 of the Earth's and represents 10.7%. Its radius is 3396 km. Mars located in the 228 million kilometer distance from the Sun. Its mass is 0.07 and its volume is 0.51 places. Its surface area is 0.283 of the Earth. The rotation speed around the Sun of Mars is 24 km/s. The period of rotation of Mars around the Sun is 687 Earth day. Since Mars belongs to the Earth group, it has a hardness of 3.933 GCm3. It has a gravitational force of 3011 msec. It takes 24.4 hours for Mars to rotate around its axis. Modern scientists say that there is water on Mars. They determined that this water is in a frozen state near the North Pole. Based on this fact, scientists talk about the possibility of creating living life on Mars. These scientists think that wherever there is water, it is possible to build life there. It is true that water is one of the main factors for the life of a living organism. Water is everywhere in the universe. Water is located in the universe according to its environment. In the hot environment of the universe, water is in the gas state, in the temperate environment in the liquid state, and in the cold environment in the solid state. The magnetic field of that planet plays a major role in the formation and survival of living organisms on the planet. That planet, according to its magnetic field, creates and regulates the atmosphere suitable for the formation of a living organism. Mars does not have a magnetic field. Therefore, the atmosphere of Mars is 10 heavy and 10 strong. In this atmosphere, it is not possible to live or create. Mars is the planet with the most craters in the solar system. The craters were made by the rain of comets and Sputniks. The surface is not smooth. Mars is home to the highest mountain in the solar system. Teeny height of the mountain is 24 km. It was created by a volcanic eruption. It is a cold planet. Its lowest temperature is 87 degrees, average 63 degrees, and high 5 degrees. Some scientists said that life once lived on Mars. I do not appreciate the opinions of these scientists. Human society has never lived on Mars, and it is impossible. The surface, atmosphere, temperature, and magnetic field of Mars support this idea. Mars has 2 satellites named Phobos and Deimos. Jupiter belongs to the gas group in the solar system. According to the arrangement of the planets, it is the 5th place in the solar system. Jupiter is the 3rd largest planet in the solar system. The last time planet was observed from a close distance by the Galileo spacecraft. The atmosphere of the planet is so thin that it is very difficult to observe and study it. Jupiter is a star that has lost its brightness. Jupiter emits rays from its own. During this radiation, Jupiter spends about 60% more of its own energy than it receives from the Sun. According to this report, Jupiter puts 60% of its own energy on 100% of the energy it receives from the Sun and gives it to the universe. So Jupiter puts more energy into the universe than the Sun. As it loses energy, it shrinks by 2 centimeters per year. According to the famous astronomer P. Bodenheimer, 1974, when the solar system was formed for the first time, the volume of Jupiter was twice as large as it is now, and its temperature and brightness were higher. Jupiter is the second largest emitter of radio waves from the solar system after the Sun. Jupiter's radius is 7% smaller than the Sun's radius. Jupiter's gravity is 1,000 times less than the Sun's. It is ahead of the Sun according to its chemical composition and many elements. Jupiter's atmosphere is stable. Some places are dry, some places are wet. Jupiter's atmosphere consists of 5 layers: troposphere, stratosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. The speed of wind in Jupiter's atmosphere reaches 600 kilometers per h. Jupiter has 79 massive moons as of 2018. In addition to these moons, Jupiter has countless comets, tiny satellites, and many smaller dusty bodies around Jupiter. From the mass of these dusty objects, a large layer was formed around Jupiter. It is no coincidence that so many satellites, medium-sized comets, small and dusty bodies have gathered around Jupiter. These bodies are collected according to Jupiter's specialty. The Jupiter solar system pulls the solid bodies around the Earth without leaving a side, explodes the ones it cannot catch, and puts them into its orbit. When the free bodies are unable to collapse around itself or explode, that body moves away from the solar system. Jupiter, as it were, plays the role of the protector of the solar system. For this reason, many objects have gathered around Jupiter. It protects the solar system and the Earth from foreign objects. Jupiter is the planet with the most satellites in the solar system. The dimensions of some of these planets are close to the Earth. Jupiter is located at a distance of 778 million kilometers from the Sun. It revolves around the Sun at a speed of 13 kilometers per second. It completes one cycle around the Sun in 4,332 Earth day. Its mass is 31.7 times greater than that of the Earth, and its volume is 1114 times greater than the volume of the Earth. Its area is 318 Earth. Its hardness is equal to 1,325 g per cubic centimeter. It ranks first in the solar system according to its gravitational force. For this reason, it plays the role of protector. The force of gravity is equal to 24.79 m per s. It is a planet with a large magnetic field in the solar system. The radius of its magnetic field is equal to 71,492 kilometers. Because of this magnetic field, it protects the Earth by holding it in the palm of its hand. It is the fastest rotating planet in the solar system. Its rotation speed around its own axis is equal to 9.5 hours. It has an atmosphere, and 90% of it is hydrogen. Its temperature is low -145 degrees, medium +5,000 degrees, and high +17,000 degrees. Saturn. Saturn belongs to the gas group in the solar system. Saturn ranks 6th in the solar system, second in size and volume. According to its appearance, it has a calm nature. However, strong winds blow for a long time in the atmosphere of this planet seldom. Wind speed reaches 1,800 kilometers per h. Saturn ranks first in the solar system according to the speed of the wind in its atmosphere. According to the magnetic field, Saturn is the strongest planet in the solar system. Its magnetic field extends 1 million kilometers towards the Sun. Thanks to this magnetic field, Saturn separates the free bodies entering the solar system from the solar system. With this strong magnetic field, Saturn expels or absorbs elements from the solar system, harming the living organisms left by the Sun, or rather the human being, the supreme being of living beings. Therefore, the 2 gas planets in the solar system are the guardians of the Earth, where life in the solar system lives. It can be concluded that the solar system was not created by chance. The solar system was created by a creative force on the basis of measured form, on the basis of accurate report. Saturn has an atmosphere. Saturn's atmosphere is almost the same as Jupiter's. Saturn T's atmosphere consists of 96% hydrogen, 3% gel, and 1% other elements. According to its internal structure, Saturn is divided into 3 parts. The first layer is the atmosphere. Its thickness is 30,000 kilometers. As you go deeper into the atmosphere, both pressure and temperature increase. The temperature in the upper layer of the atmosphere is plus 2,000 degrees. The thickness of the second layer is about 10,000 km. In this layer, hydrogen, which is a gas in the upper layer, turns into a solid.